In this video, I want to talk about positioning at the breast. This is the most important thing that you can do to make sure A, that your baby's getting enough to eat, and B, that you don't get sore. So the baby has a natural instinct to latch itself on well, but you have to be holding it in the right place for it to be able to reach properly. And the way that a baby or any animal takes milk from its mother, I generally do a little demonstration with my hand. They open their mouths and they suck to bring the breast into their mouth. But the way they actually take milk out of the breast is by pumping it. And really, it's like swallowing. So if you imagine when you swallow, you can feel your tongue roll down your throat. The breast actually goes right into the baby's mouth and down its throat, about that far in, okay? Breast is elastic, it's stretchy, and this enables the baby to get its mouth around the parts of the duct where there is a widening of the duct. And when they put the mouth over that widening and they pull and pull and pump, then the larger amount of milk gets pulled down through the duct and into the mouth, and then it gets replaced by the breast and the muscles in the breast around the little sacs of milk squeezing down in what's known as letdown. So this positioning, the baby needs to be at a good angle to the breast. So it needs to have its face in line, and if you're looking down from the breast, a line through the nipple, that goes roughly up the baby's nose. The baby needs to be close enough to take a good grasp of the breast. So you've got the nipple here, that has to go down the baby's throat. So the baby's got to be able to reach right around to be able to get a good grasp on the breast, far enough on so that it's properly latched and it should not hurt. That's something really, really clear that I want to get through to you, because I've been badly advised in the past, particularly by medical professionals. Bear in mind they have no breastfeeding training, so we look to them sometimes for information about things like nutrition and diet, breastfeeding. They have no knowledge and no training about other than their own experience. So that's no different from asking anybody else, especially somebody who's never breastfed, how to do it. Okay, so the other thing that's really important is to make sure you don't hold the back of the baby's head. The baby has an instinct to move away if something's pressing its head, because they don't want to get smothered. And they have their little nose. The little nose goes up at the edges. That looks dreadful on me, doesn't it? But their little nose goes up at the edges so that they can breathe when the nose is flat against you. The nose isn't like ours, the face isn't like ours. It's deliberately sunk in so they can breathe when their face is right up against somebody. That's one of their preservation designs. It's very clever. So you don't need to worry about them not being able to breathe. And if that were the case, they would open their mouth and come off anyway. So while they're happily nursing, you can keep them close. Depending on the direction that your nipples point in from your breast, which varies with every woman, you need to have your baby in line with a line going from your chest down through the nipple. So if your nipple points forwards, which some do, then you have your baby further across your front so their head is in line as though the nipple were pointing up the roof of their mouth. If your nipple points out to the side, then you can hold your baby further around the crook of your elbow out to the side so that they can latch on comfortably and happily. I hope this is helpful, but the main thing really is to go and find a group of breastfeeding women or a successfully breastfeeding mum so that you can watch what it's like and how the baby's ears move when they're swallowing, which means they're properly latched on, and the bottom lip is turned down so you know they've got a good grasp for the breast and they're going to get enough to eat. I'm Catherine Holland, and I'm the author of The Reality of Breastfeeding, and I have a Facebook page of the same name, The Reality of Breastfeeding, and my book's available on Amazon and Kindle.